Hold on, I wasn't familiar with your games, Honkai Star Rail. First Hoi Hoi and now Acheron both have their own domain expansion in the game. Now hold on, check this out, chat. Domain expansion. Yep, I'm pulling for Acheron. I will win this 50-50 no matter what.
Please, Buckle.
But listen to me and listen to me well, chat. Acheron is going to be cracked. Missing this unit is like me missing Ryan May and Hui Hui. Actually, no, those characters are just great sustainers and amplified characters. Wait a second. Missing Acheron is like missing out on Jinglu. Well, I mean, you're really not missing out on Jinglu because her banner is coming out soon too. Then we're getting a Acheron who is really just a younger version of Lloyd from Spy X Family. But there isn't a single reason why you guys should skip out on the current new banners for 2.1 in Honkai Star Rail. So what's the correct answers for my Pookies? What characters should you as a whale or a free to play be wanting to pull for? And really, you can't go wrong with any upcoming banners. So Archon will be bringing in a new style of gameplay that would be completely different from what we have seen from the whole entire roster. But there's a complete issue when it comes to free to play players, and I'll get to it in a second. For Nihility character, she will work a bit different from your average DOT or damage over time characters like Kafka and the others, and we're starting to see a major difference on how characters get worked as well. So she will be gaining stat charges from debuffs, and her stat charges are called slash dreams, and slash dreams are what you're going to be wanting to build for your ultimate, or as I like to call it, her domain expansion. From the looks of it, this just means characters like Team Young have no role for Acheron, so don't bother to try to use her on the team. So what you're going to be looking for Acheron when it comes to team or any current characters or future characters that could consistently debuff enemies, and the class that kind of does it perfectly is Nihility characters such as Pella, Winafe, Silver Wolf, and Wilt, just to name a few, that would be perfect for Acheron. And Acheron benefits from Nihility characters from her trace bonus that gives her a huge increase in damage. But that also doesn't mean other characters could work as well. For now, these are the characters I think that could work or should work with Acheron at the time of recording this. Lastly, we're going to be talking about her bonus traits. You will automatically gain 5 free stat slash dream charges after you successfully level up her traits. Lastly, for Acheron, her talent allows her to instantly kill any open world enemies that isn't a boss, which will make grinding even more easier and a great character for lazy people like me. Now I want to talk about her main biggest issue that I have seen going around in the community. As a free to play, she heavily is limited to what light cone she needs, and the best in slot or what everybody recommend is getting her light cone. This does mean you will have to waste more Stellar Jades than you need to if you're free to play, or grind any leftover events that you haven't done in a while, doing side quests for Stellar Jades and such. And I highly recommend doing this if you're going to pull for Acheron. There's no telling how long it would take before we get to see a new 4-star light cone that would be best in slot for her in the near future. Her light cone gives her a huge increase in damage by 36%, and it gives her a debuff that could be given to enemies. Now remember, I said that she builds ultimate off debuffs. This is just one of the main reasons why I say she would need her light cone. And she would gain a 24% damage to enemies with debuffs and to her ultimate as well, which makes this light cone her best light cone to get. Yeah, it's truly a sad day as a free to play when we're already struggling trying to get every unit as is, huh? But don't worry for now if you didn't get lucky with her light cone and lost to 50-50 or just don't have enough Stellar Jades as is. Here are some other options that being. Since you would need a team that is constantly debuffing the enemy while also debuffing the enemy as well with her skill attack, you can run Good Night and Sleep Well, which will increase your damage to any debuffed enemies on the field. And well, that's about the only light cone that comes to my mind that I could think that is best for free to play unless you have the Well light cone. But if you do get lucky or have enough Stellar Jades as is for free to play, pull for both Acheron and her light cone if you can, and I highly suggest doing so, as it seems she would make current content and future content pretty easy, similar to Kafka on how strong DOT teams are at the moment. And if you're a whale, you already know my answer. You would definitely love Acheron. Apart from Acheron being kinda cracked in Star Rail, we do have Loucha, who is a great support and a healer of a character, who will also have a rerun along the side of Archon banner. If you have characters like Lynx, Hui Hui, or Balu, there isn't a single reason for you to pull for him unless you want to build your character roster and just have everybody. He's been out for a while, so I do kind of expect everybody who's watching this video to kind of know how his kit works already. If not, I'll explain in short. He's just a good sustainer, that is all. Apart from Balu, whose biggest weakness is that she can't remove debuffs, and Lynx, who could make sure that your preservation or destruction character like Blade and Fujian could be hit more often, Loucha don't have really much to offer in my eyes besides just being a good healer. What's even more funny is that there's a new healer coming on the way, and I'm just gonna call him Gal. Apart from him being able to heal, he could also reduce enemies' attack, and now he has a special debuff that whenever allies attack an enemy that is debuffed by him, that ally will receive heals from just attacking that enemy. Which, if you don't want to pull for Loucha because how much Taylor Jason may take you to get him, your best option is just kind of just pull it for Gal. I'm pretty sure there is an event that is coming where you can get him for free too as well. But I may warn you, I didn't say if Gal was a good character or worth pulling for. That's entirely your guys' decision here, and I'll do some research first. However, if you don't have a good healer and you're in need of a healer, he's an easy pick up for your account. Just note with how every character kit has something to always offer for your team to make your team better. Just know he's mainly just a character that is great to just keep your team alive, and that's about it. But don't worry, I will do a proper video on the difference between him and a couple other bonus characters in another video soon. So don't go hating in the comment sections just yet until I make that video. But I will also be all ears to why you should probably pull for him if you guys disagree with my statement. Now let's talk about Jinglu, everybody's favorite destruction queen. To get the best value out of Jinglu, you always want to be in your spectral state. She will consume your ally HP in this state, but in exchange, you will enhance your skill damage. And when I tell you I was able to use my friend Jinglu, and she's actually kind of insane for a DPS character, she's crazy. Now in addition, you will want to use your ultimate in this state to also gain additional bonus damage. Otherwise, if she's not in her spectral state, she will also just lose out on some damage. She's a pretty straightforward character. I don't really have her on my account, so this is as much as I would say without trying to sound ignorant, but she is considered a heavy, hard-hitted character that I think is worth pulling if you don't want to pull for Acheron. Now comparing Acheron to Jinglu, as of now with how limited Acheron is to certain light cones, Jinglu probably has more available options to her that makes her a bit easier to build for her. Obviously both need a reliable set of team, but both are different when it comes to their gameplay style. So in the end, it's more about who seems more fun to you and who you want to invest your time into, because both of these characters are great in the end. With that being said, I can't really tell you guys about her light count or what works best for her and what team to really use, but if I do end up getting her, I will come back and make a proper guide video as well for her. Compared to Jinglu and Acheron, both may require heavy investment, but I do believe Jinglu will be more free to play friendly, but both of them in the end also have plenty of cons or issues about them that you will eventually run into. Acheron is a new preservation imaginary character who is also hot. Now, he is just a power creep of a better Jeopard it seems. He can apply shield on all allies that have a counter gauge, where if the shield he applied is attacked 7 times on either him or his ally, he could do a follow-up attack. Basically, he could protect your allies and fight back. Also, did I forget to mention he could also apply shield after the follow-up attack? Yeah, he does seem completely broken on paper already. His ultimate is a single target attack, so do be wary, but his ultimate also inflicts a debuff which will give you increasing damage whenever you attack that enemy. His kit seems completely cracked. I mean, give a shield back after your follow-up seems pretty nice to me, and his ultimate give you increase in crit damage as well against certain enemies. Definitely seem nice, but so far he definitely seemed on the same level of Fu Zhang, but until his release, it's really hard to say where he stand at for a preservation character. But I can tell you he probably might be worth the pull when his banner come around. I don't see a complete issue at the time of recording this until we get more information soon. But I will say this, if you don't have Jeopard nor Fu Zhang, I highly suggest that you probably look forward to pulling Acheron. He does seem promising at least, and probably wouldn't hurt to have on your account. Whew, I did so much talking, but hopefully this video did clear up some concerns and I was able to break everything down in a more simplified way about who to exactly pull for in version 2.1 of Honkai Star Rail. This banner patch is honestly probably one of the best few banners that has recently came out for Honkai Star Rail. That is currently just my opinion as of now, and why you need to make the decision right now if you're just playing the game for the first time, or if you're in need of a new support or two, or a crack damage dealer for your account. The only issue now is for free to players to obviously try to attain the light cone for Acheron here. But if you guys are able to get it, congrats, you officially have a busted new DPS character for your account. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, hit the sub button with the bell notification on to stay updated on more Honkai Star Rail content like this. I got more videos coming out in the works, and hopefully I'll be able to get Archon pretty soon so I can do a cool guide video for you guys. Stay safe out there, catch you guys in the new one.